let's see, that was 64.37 kilowatts. So what I'm going to do is just put my little Starbucks matcha right there and turn this bad boy off. And then go right on over here and unplug the truck. Prepared for the week. We got spring break coming up, baby. Well, here we go. It's, what is it? I guess you could say it's officially the first day of spring break. Tomorrow is Thursday. I guess you could say Wednesday today kicks off the Holy Week. And you got Easter Sunday coming up on Sunday. So that sounds good. We got this guy right here. This guy's got a Jeep SRT, slow exit. And I'm looking at his pipes down there. He's got something going on down there with those pipes. Those are big pipes. Those are larger than the factory. So that must be like a boiler or a Corsa exhaust system, most likely. It's not very loud out here. I don't hear very much. Maybe he'll let it rip. Oh, in fact, he says on his window it says Corsa, so I guess that's a Corsa exhaust. It's like how convenient for people to put their mods on the back of their car. I don't know why. There's always traffic right here at this fucking exit. Oh, this guy got rid of the OEM wheels. He's got like 22-inch something or others. I don't know what those are. Those are not OEM though. So Ralph, basically it's spring break, baby. Spring break. It's too bad you can't really travel anywhere because everything's all fucked up. I will say this, the market has rallied upwards. So it was like I was down thousands of dollars, but now I'm up thousands of dollars. And we still haven't gotten back to Dow 50,000. So I'm trying not to even bother looking at it. I just put money in and I'm trying not to even bother. There's no point looking at it because even if it does figure out a way to stabilize, I think the market is slowly trying to get to the point where it ignores Trump. But the problem is it's really hard to ignore him when he's starting wars and shit. If it was just him saying stupid shit, they could just probably ignore that. But when you actually do something, as egregious as starting a freaking war, that kind of slows us down. Man, let me tell you something. These Escalades, I'm seeing these Escalades everywhere. Like, these things are every freaking where. And it's always like a little-ass woman driving them. It never fails. It's like, I tell you, man, I don't know how much y'all are paying for them feet photos. But those OnlyFans must be popping. I'm seeing the Escalades. I was in traffic next to a white V-Series Escalade. Those things are just huge. Like, those things are so big, it doesn't even make any sense. Like buses. And this looks like the guy from Office Space. You know how he comes by your cubicle? He's like, "Hey, if you would return my paperwork, that would be great." This looks like that guy from Office Space right here. He's listening to some cornball music, and he's like just bored. I don't know what he's listening to. He must be listening to 80s on 8 or some shit. I don't know. If you'd come by the office later so I could fire you, that would be great. Freaking Office Space, man. It's a nice day. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of grocery shopping. And otherwise I'm gonna go and enjoy this lovely weekend. Just gotta do a little bit of grocery shopping. Nothing special. So basically, Mercedes' new lineup has finally started appearing on the lots. And this is pretty much the first car that they've refreshed. So this is the new CLA. New CLA. So now all of these new cars are basically getting huge display screens for the driver and the passenger. And, they're getting a slightly more S-Class interior. Now this one is the electric version. This is the CLA 250 with EQ Tech. Says the options are $2,250 for the night package. Exclusive line, digital extras, $113.50, $600 for optimized summer tires, and $170 for wheel locks. So the total price on this is $52,000. So basically, what you're looking at is what they want to replace the C-Class with. This year's C-Class, because I'm guessing the new C-Class is going to get more expensive and it's also going to get larger. As you can see, they have like cameras on the side, so I think they probably have like autonomous driving because they have cameras right there in the fender. Then they also have cameras in the mirror, and usually they make it so you can see how close you are to the curb. It looks like they also have ultrasonic sensors for one. But you know what? It's funny because this is the CLA. This is their cheapest car. Or, well, I should say this is basically their cheapest sedan, I should say. And this is, there's not a whole lot of rear seat legroom. So this is the kind of car you get when you're like a little woman and you got like a kid or something. But it looks like you get that passenger display there. And that passenger display, if you have that equipped in the car, makes this a really nice car. Because basically, I think they've run out of ideas of what to do with these new cars. I really think they do. I think they ran out of ideas. I think the only idea they got now is they're like, oh yeah, well, we're going to make it electric, and then we're going to make it so that the passenger has a screen. And I think that makes sense because this way, when you're sitting still and charging in an electric charging spot, it gives you the option to watch TV while you're charging. But most people, I would assume, who have this kind of money to drop this kind of money on one of these cars, you're not going to the public spot. You're going to the charger at your house. I'm going to go inside and see if they have one of these things that's fully loaded. So this is the front grille. Honestly, I hate this design. This front grille, I hate it because it just looks weird. Like the old one, I like a little bit more, but this shit, I don't know what to make of it. It looks like a humpback whale or something. Yeah, this front design, I think that shit looks silly. But it's $52,000, so it's hard to argue with. I'm going to go inside and see if they even have, because they also have a new GLE and they have a new GLS. All they really did was they added a passenger display on the shit. So I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna just take a look and see what the stuff they got. They didn't get the new GLE yet. They didn't get the new GLS yet. But I'm thinking that my next car, when my lease is over, I think I want to get the S-Class that has the hyperscreen. But I also think about the fact that I could just wait for the W224 and I could get the W224 and I could be one of the first people to have it when it first comes out. So one way or another, because right now my Cadillac Vistic is leased. So it's going back and I'm going to end up getting another car. So I don't know. It'll either be that or it'll be an Escalade IQ because I can't really think anything else I'd want. So I'm going to go up in there and I'm going to take a look and see what they got on the floor. We got the same car in black right here. Take a look at this. I'm glad they moved to electric cars. Let's see what this price is. I like electric. $53,570. I'm gonna take a look inside. Maybe we'll sit in it. They got these handles that pop in and out. So this is the delivery center. So this is all brand new. Basically, it's just trucks. I see that one over there is a Coupe GLC. That one's already sold. And all of these are like GLEs, maybe GLEs, GLC coupes. I see these are all GLEs. But basically all they really did was they added new headlights and then they added a passenger display. And that's like it. Other than that, this is the same car my aunt bought. I think I made a video about that a while ago, but it's basically like the same car. They didn't really do too much to it. Now, I know they try to say, oh, yeah, well, we've got new engines and shit. And I'm like, yeah, well, your engines are boring, though. It's like hybrid engines and stuff. But the new S-Class, I like what it looks like now because it has the hyper screen and it also has the passenger display. So I like the idea of that. But let's see, 5. We'll go to the top floor. So I do like the idea of the way the new S-Class is. So it's like if I could get a nice lease deal on that doesn't cost a fortune, I'd buy that. But I try to get the S500. I don't want a gas guzzler. In fact, I really wish they had it as an all-electric car because that would be perfect. Because me personally, at this point, I prefer driving electric. Well, they really don't have many cars left. The inventory must be low. This is a twin-turbo C-Class. So it's an AMG C-Class. AMG GT right here. This is it. But see, and that's the thing. Once these styles change, it's like you're forced to upgrade. Because like with the old GLE doesn't have the lights that the new one has. And I think the new lights are ugly. However, it doesn't really matter what you think. Either you have a new one or you have an old one. And that's it. It's like you don't really have, you can't really argue, So I'm guessing that's an AMG E-Class right there. Honestly, I don't believe AMG really means what it means anymore. I think in order for you to be an AMG car, you should have to have a V8. It's like putting SRT on a fucking twin-turbo 6. There's something seriously wrong with that, if you ask me. Let's see what the inventory... You see? Inventory is all trucks. I think these things are all sold. GLSs. So they have a new GLE. They have a new GLS. That thing right there is a BMW. That right there in the back is a BMW 7. That's like a new BMW 7 Series. And then everything else is like GLEs and GLCs. Around here, the GLC sells pretty well because I think it's like $60,000. But the GLS, you don't see those move as much because the GLS is pretty expensive. It's kind of like a super mommy wagon. It's like a rich super mommy wagon. But what's funny is everything on the road is turning into a rich super mommy wagon. Everything. It's like even the Kia Telluride and the freaking Hyundai Palisade. It's like if you're a rich super mommy and you can't afford Mercedes, you can't afford BMW, that's what they're getting. So this is a E53 hybrid, $102,000. So you want basically what used to be S-Class money for a freaking E-Class. I just don't see it. I don't see it. And this one has a super screen. It doesn't have the hyper screen. Let me see. Can I get in there without this damn thing alarming? Probably not. Yeah, this only has the big screen in the middle. It doesn't have the passenger display. And it smells weird. You know how they were talking about how that new car smell might give you cancer? I don't know. It actually smells strange. That new car smell in this, it just smells weird. Yeah, this is cool, but the E-Class ain't for me. E53. Let's see, and this one has the same bullshit. It's got that same big screen, but it doesn't have the ultra view screen. It doesn't have that super big screen in there. Yeah. Yeah, it's nice, but color me unimpressed. I guess I'll wait till the 2027 S-Class comes out. Color me unimpressed. It's cool though. It's a nice little car though, but not for me. It's like right here, you got another happy customer with his Ram TRX right there. You know, I would have gone to the International Auto Show, but I didn't because I just found them to be too boring. It's like I've already seen everything. I've already driven everything. I've already owned pretty much everything that I could possibly want to own or want or buy. And most of the stuff that I actually would want hasn't even been built yet. Like, the shit don't exist, you know? So it's like, this auto show is boring. I will say the Electrify Expo. I actually like going to the Electrify Expo because you get to actually drive electric vehicles specifically that you know, that are new, that you haven't driven. But the thing about it is, it's all electric vehicles. And first of all, like, you know, pretty much exactly what I expected has come to pass. Like, Dodge is trying to put those silly ass little Chargers on the road with gas engines. But the problem is that their time has passed. It's like, first of all, those things are too expensive, and nobody wants to spend money on them because, first of all, for number one, they're way too expensive. Let's just say it like that. Those things used to start at like $28,000, but now you're looking at like $50,000 to buy an entry-level car. It's like, that shit don't make no sense. That's number one. So number one, those things are way too expensive, so they already shot themselves in the foot. Second of all, they're bigger, they're heavier. Even if you like the way they look, you know, they're a gigantic coupe car. You know, they're on the same order of size of the Mercedes S-Class coupe. And, you know, while that is a more prestigious car to drive, considering that thing costs like $150,000, simple fact is, nobody really wants to have a car that size, that big, and then it not be like the fastest thing out there. So when they finally put the Hellcat engine back in these cars, like when the TRX has it, the Durango continues to have it. They never gave it to the 300, and yet they don't seem to understand the reason why Chrysler is sinking like a stone, with the exception of having a minivan to sell. But when they finally put those Hellcat engines back in these fucking cars, that's when they'll have something worth actually selling. Because right now, they absolutely do not have anything worth fucking selling. They just don't. So that it is what it is. There's nowhere to go. But that's it. So as far as the International Auto Show, I have an entire week to decide whether or not I want to go to it. The opening day was today. Normally, I would have been there, and I just didn't even feel like going there. I just didn't even think about going there. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to that shit. It's boring, and I really don't feel like going to it. And that actually really bothers me, because normally I would have gone to it, but my favorite makers aren't really there. You know, it used to be, back before COVID, the show used to be awesome. Back before COVID, like, they had everything. They had Mercedes, they had Maybachs, they had BMWs, they had Alpina, they had everything. And it was like, you could go there, and the only cars that you couldn't touch or get into were Bugatti, Koenigsegg, which is totally understandable, because first of all, that part of the show was Manhattan motor cars. So what they did was they brought a couple of cars to the show, and then they roped them off and made it so, yeah, you could look at these things, you can get some pictures of these things, but you're not getting anywhere fucking near them. But my thing is, it's like, I've seen it all. There's really nothing new. It's like, the new stuff is boring. It's like everything is a regular consumer Econobox. it's a clone of something. Everything looks alike. Like, I was looking at these new Toyotas that they got on the road. These Toyotas are like the size of Ford Explorers, and these things are huge now. Now, there's nothing on the road larger right now that I can see than an Escalade or a Navigator when it comes to buying a consumer gas-powered luxury SUV. There's nothing larger. Like, you could get a Rolls-Royce Cullinan, but most people can't afford that. You could get a Urus. Nobody can afford that. Very few people. You could get a Bentley Bentayga, but most people don't want that. It's like, it's boring. So I see very few of those on the road. Usually, when I do see one, the person or the persons driving it are usually Zestmeisters. And don't ask what Zestmeister means, because you can pretty much guess what it means. But they're very zesty folk who drive those things, you know. Usually you see two women, or usually you see two men, and they've got the Bentayga. But they're usually Zestmeisters. So, me personally, it's like, I'm not impressed by any of this shit no more. And I'm looking at Mercedes. They just released the interiors all over YouTube to show what their new cars are basically. And their new cars are basically old cars, except instead of just having two digital displays here, now they have a third digital display on the side. And if that's the direction that cars are going, where you have a stretch across display so that the passenger has a display, and then you've got rear TVs in the back, okay, I'm okay with that. Me personally, a lot of people don't like that. They think it's not classy. Me personally, I like it. But that's to each his own. It's like, if you want to pay top dollar for an old man's car where it's got buttons and switches and shit, yeah, Bentley's got it for you. Rolls-Royce has got it for you. The question is, do you have $400,000? And chances are the answer is no. Or the question should be, do you have $500,000 to spend on a car? Chances are the answer is no. And the way I'm seeing it, why would you be spending that kind of money on something anyway at this point? Like, we're in the worst possible economy that we could possibly be in. Trump's economy is an absolute disaster. And we're in the worst possible economy that we could possibly be in. The worst. Why would you spend that kind of money on a car? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense at all to spend that kind of money on a damn car. Now, I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm just saying it don't make no sense. And we're literally at a point where, you know, you should be pinching pennies. Not trying to spend top dollar on a damn car. You know? You should be pinching pennies at this point. But and then the worst thing about it, you know, you hear all these people complaining about depreciation. Oh, they wouldn't spend this money and depreciate. My thing is, yeah, I can understand why you wouldn't want to spend over $100,000, because basically you're going to lose like $30,000 of value instantaneously. So I do see the reason why people are willing to buy used vehicles that are lightly used with like 30,000 miles on them or whatever. I understand that. But right now, it's like, this is the worst possible time to be wasting money. This is the worst possible time. It's like, if you, all that money, and I guess the reality is, people aren't really spending that money because it's not cash. They're not spending cash. They're taking out loans, they're taking out leases and everything. And I like leasing, and I've got nothing against people who lease. I love leasing. Because the way I see it is, it's like this stuff depreciates. It's like the technology changes. There's rapid obsolescence. So no, me personally, I like leasing. You know, I had somebody try to get on me about leasing. It's like, well, first of all, you don't pay any of my fucking bills. So what are you telling me anything for? Don't tell me shit. When you're paying my fucking bills, that's when you can tell me whether or not I should be financing or leasing something. That's number one. But my thing is, it's like, the same person or the same people who say that shit, they get into their raggedy, clunkety car that they can't even be 100% certain is reliable because that shit could break down at any fucking time. And for the most part, they don't even have warranties anymore because their shit is off warranty. It's like, well, you do understand, the people like me who lease, we don't worry about warranties because as long as the car is within a lease, it's under warranty. You know, the only thing you got to worry about with a lease is the mileage. Now, I have 2,648 miles, so I basically drive this car 1,000 miles a month. And this car, let me tell you something, this car has been it's just been solid. It's like completely reliable. My Lyric, you know, by now, in fact, I really should be making a appointment to take this car in for its tire rotation. But with the Lyric, I had a couple of minor issues. Like, it was just minor stuff. The motor for the massage seat, it's basically like an air bladder. It stopped working. And other than that, it's like I had like just very minor things. It only bricked on me one time. And that brick basically resolved itself. Like the car, once you left it alone and you let it reset itself, the car reset itself, and then I didn't have the problem no more. But it's like, man, no, this car right here, I haven't even had that kind of problem with it. This car has been solid, and I totally can endorse this car. This car has been absolutely solid. It's been fabulous. It's absolutely fabulous, you know. But I think we're spending way too much money on cars. I think we're spending way too much money trying to flex and shit. And to some extent, I really think you're getting diminishing returns. But, you know, again, that's your choice. If that's what you want to do with your money. I'm not telling you can't do it. I'm just saying, yeah, you really shouldn't. Especially now. Yeah, so I'm just going to stomp right here. What the fuck? Oh, this person's trying to go. Yeah, I'm just going to stomp right here for a minute. Go into this place. Yeah. Yeah, I have to say, this Vistic is one of Cadillac's best kept secrets. You know. And I will say, anybody who's thinking about getting one of these cars are so good in the base trim. Like, I have a sport trim, but these things are so good in the base trim, you don't really have to add anything to it. The ride is super smooth, and I like it. I think this car is fantastic. It really is. As is. You know, you don't have to add anything to this at all. So I was headed to New Jersey, and who should I be next to in traffic? The Escalade IQ. So I got this big old Escalade rolling. That is a fucking cool truck, I gotta say. They really did a great job on that thing. It's like Cadillac and GM, they literally said, yeah, we're gonna take over the electric vehicle market. Now, yeah, they may not be able to beat Tesla in volume on the Model Y, but as far as who makes the better vehicles, I think it's hands down Cadillac, GM. I'm sorry. Because even Mercedes-Benz and BMW gave up. They threw their hands up in the air and said, yeah, nobody wants this ugly, egg-shaped car bullshit. It's amazing just how big these things are. I think, you know, I would consider getting one of those. I mean, I really like the Vistic, but I would consider an Escalade IQ. It would make a hell of a lot more sense for me than the Mercedes S-Class. It really would. Especially considering it's electric. And as far as I know, Mercedes isn't going to make an all-electric S-Class again. So, we'll see. I'm going to turn on my auto driving just so I don't have to pace this guy. Well, now all of a sudden everybody wants to speed up. GM says that they're going to get rid of the badges on these cars that say, 600, 900, 1,000. Because the average American has no idea what any of that shit means. It's supposed to stand for Newton meters of torque. But the average person has no idea what that means. So they're going to get rid of those badges. And they're also going to do a little bit of other cost cutting, off of these cars. It's like a lot of the stuff, most people wouldn't even miss most of the stuff. Now, my Vistic has soft closed doors. They said they're going to get rid of the soft closed doors too. How unfortunate. It's just amazing how fast these things are. Whoa, shit, it's a freaking stupid Jeep. Yeah, I got a bit of ways to drive. So we got Easter Sundays tomorrow. Got to stop by a grocery store, get some eggs, because I plan on making something to bring over for Easter dinner. Yeah. So far, it looks like a nice day. Oh my God, look at that thing, the A380. The Emirates A380 is flying. Oh my God, that's the A380. Holy shit. Somebody's on their way to Dubai. It's too bad Trump fucked everything up over there in Iran, huh? Just ruined everything. Ruined everybody's economy is all hurting because of his ass. Looks like America's gonna be his final bankruptcy. Oh well. I feel so bad for all of those people who had all of that intergenerational wealth and now they're going to lose most of it because of his ass. Screwing every goddamn thing up. Fucking up the stock market, the housing market. It's all a mess. Just get that guy out of there. So there's a presidential countdown clock that says exactly how much longer he's got. Oh, there's another IQ. Another Escalade IQ there. So there's a presidential countdown clock that says how long it is until his ass is gone. So I'm going to every now and then post that just to remind you, his time is ticking. So assuming he lives long enough to finish his presidency and assuming that he doesn't get removed because of impeachment, well, I guess we'll just have to assume. But, there's always a possibility he don't make it. So we have to take that into account too. Oh well. Here you got a Challenger right here. It's a Scat Pack with Medusa decals on it. I get past this freaking slow ass TLX. So I'm almost on my way. Almost out of Staten Island. These people here don't like Mamdani too much. These people were actually willing to vote for Cuomo. A lot of good that did, huh? Losers. I think Cadillac and GM were smart to do was they made the lights a visual indicator as to how much power you have. So based upon where you see that light, you can see that I'm just a little bit more than halfway charged. So I'm just going to the car show and let's see what everybody's doing at the car show. And here you go. Charging at home, as long as you wait till after 7 o'clock, it's cheap. And it's also, efficient because I get to sleep. I don't have to wait at no damn charging station. Think about coming to the Sunday car meet. But then I thought about it. I was like, well, if they're going to come at any specific day, Easter Sunday would be definitely the day to come. It's not like these people are going to be sitting up in some Catholic mass, early morning Sunday mass. They're not going to be there. They're going to be at the car show. So I said, okay, you know what? I'm just going to drive there, pop in, because, chances are there's going to be a lot of people. And I'm just going to pop in, make some content, and get out of there. And I was thinking about this New York International Auto Show. It's going to be there all week. And Monday through, the whole week it's going to be there. Now, normally I would have gone on Friday or, I think the first day of it was Friday. But I just didn't care to go because it's boring now. It's like everything that they have, I've already either experienced or I've already basically seen or drove or whatever. So I'm really not impressed by anything they have. And the Electrify Expo, for me, is the actual better car show because you can actually drive stuff. But really, what do they really have to offer? It's like Mercedes has a new line of, they have like the GLC, GLE, GLS, and then they have the new S-Class interiors. But it's really not radically different than it was before. BMW, from what I can see, they don't have anything, new except for the new 3 Series design, which I think is ugly. And really, there's just not a lot out there. It's like everything's boring, The horsepower wars are basically over. It's like just about every car they make now comes with an absurd amount of power, but the problem is you can't afford them. When you're talking about, $1 million freaking car, or more than $1 million for a freaking car, it's like there's nobody to talk to at that point. Even if you're talking about $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, it's like at that point, it's like nobody affords that shit, and not now, especially with this Trump economy. It's like right now is the worst possible time to even try to consider buying shit like that. And then what's really funny about it, everybody is hurting. It's like even the crypto bros. Like I was watching these YouTube documentaries, some dude named BitBoy or some shit, and he lost his mind. He lost all his money, lost his mind, dealing with them scam coins and everything, them crypto scams. It's like that crypto money, I don't see it. Like I thought by now there'd be Bugattis and Lamborghinis everywhere. It's like, no, that's not how it works. It's like these dudes got scammed, and it's sad because they can't even admit they got scammed. Their money is just evaporated. It's a damn shame. Damn shame. Yeah. The housing market is broken. The car market is broken. Everything's just fucked up. I think that guy right there might be one of the guys who comes. I could be wrong. That could be somebody else. Yeah, I'm not really impressed, but I'm just going to pop in, see what's happening. Then I'm planning on going to Brooklyn. That's like a nightmare. I hate going there because it's like, what is it? You go to Brooklyn and it's like you have horrible traffic the whole damn time. So I really don't want to go, but I have no choice. So I got a message on my arm from one of my work wives, and apparently she wants to hang out and she wants to go out. Like, it's funny. It's like you can't be a man and you can't be wealthy or have things to yourself or peace and quiet, because there's always women who are trying to interrupt that shit. Or like for instance, it's like even with this meet here, Americana Manhasset is like a posh mall, right? I would show you what the mall looks like every time I come over here. And you get these women, oh, you're going to over America and Manhattan? Oh, yeah, I'll go with you. I'm like, no, you fucking not. It's like, I'm going over here myself. It's like, you ever get that, like, you're a man, you're trying to enjoy alone time and peace and quiet, where, you know, you spend money on just yourself and it's just peace and quiet, but there's always women who want to tag along. And, you know, they just want to come over here so they can be seen, or so they can, you know, that luxury shopping experience, but they expect you to buy it. Like, they're like, oh, yeah, this is such a nice bag. I'm like, yeah, that's a really nice bag. Oh, you know, it'd be even nicer if you bought it for me. It's like, no, I don't think so. It's like when I come over here, I don't even want them coming. I don't want nobody coming with me, you know? It's like right here, here's Macy's. So here you go to the car meet, they'll go into Macy's, and then when the meet's over and you're ready to leave, then you got to find them. I'm like, oh my God. It's like men can't have any free time to themselves. It's like having just peace and quiet is just so overrated, you know, or I should say underrated. You know, just having peace and quiet at home. And I feel sorry. A lot of these, it's just like that dude I showed you in that video last week. And this dude, he has to sit in his car because he doesn't want to go into the house because it's not quiet, it's not peaceful. Yeah, that's right. Today's Easter Sunday, so Macy's is closed today. I'm wondering if maybe they aren't here, but let's see. We're gonna find out. I think they're here though. Whoa! Gotta be careful with these bumps, man. That shit'll send this car flying. Jesus. Yeah, Macy's wouldn't open today. This is Easter Sunday. So if anybody's out here, I don't even think Starbucks is open today. Let's see. Oh, it looks like there's nobody here. I don't even think Starbucks is open today. Oh, yeah, there's just a handful of these turkeys. Ain't nobody here. Oh, that's fucked up because I was expecting people to be here. All right, well, I'm getting out of here. There's no reason. I drove all the way over here. There's no reason to even stay. I'm not staying. There's no point. I'll come back next week. I was expecting more people to be here. I don't know if something else is going on somewhere else, but oh well. Damn shame. Yeah, in fact, I gotta check this message on my arm and see what she wants. Let's see what the hell she wants. The hell is this? Oh, she sent me. Okay, so she sent me a little Easter. She sent me this blessed Easter, happy Easter. You know, with these phones, they make it so simple. It's like you just send like a little GIF or a photo. Yeah, but that's the thing, man. It's like when I go places, it's like sometimes I just don't even want to be bothered. You know? Sometimes you just don't even feel like being bothered. You know, that extra variable you just don't want to deal with. It's like, yeah, you just go yourself and everything's just so much more easier to deal with. Like, it's like, for instance, if I just came over here and these people aren't here, maybe I just feel like leaving and going back home and doing nothing. However, if you got somebody with you there, oh, well, you know, while we're over here, let's go to Talbot's, or let's go to Safavé, or whatever the hell that place is. It's like, yeah, but I just wanted to go back home. And I tell you, you know, it's really funny because it's like, it could be it's just about any of them. It's like, sometimes you don't even want to deal with your mom. You don't want to deal with maybe your cousins. You don't want to deal with your sisters. You don't want to deal with nobody. You know, sometimes you just want the time to yourself. You know? And I know some people call that shit selfish. I don't care. I just don't care. I really don't. Look at this. So they got Easter Sunday. I'm pretty sure there's a couple of churches do Easter Sunday. Got the cops right there. What the cops doing? Cops are sitting back, just chilling. Got the Easter Sunday. What's this? The Congregational Church of Manhasset. And we got the Apple Store right here. Yeah, so yeah, this entire mall is going to be closed today. So because it's Easter Sunday, like I forgot about the fact that because it's Easter Sunday, everything is just closed. So you got all these nice stores, everything's closed. What is that store? Oh, I forget what that store is. Oh man. So if I even bother putting this clip in video at all, if I even bother, it's like nothing's happened. There's like nothing to show because like nothing. There's like nothing. Nobody's doing nothing. McLaren. Rivian. I'll tell you, these Escalades, man, it's like Cadillac must be having the time of their life selling these Escalades. Oh, look at gas prices. What's this? I believe Thursday there was a jump in gas prices. And as you can see, what is that? Regular unleaded's like 3. I think middle grade is 4 something. And then super premium is like 5. And then below that is like diesel. Diesel's like 6. So let's see what this shit is. $3.99, $4.99, $5.49, and $5.99. Yeah, that's expensive. What happened? Yeah, we're gonna make gas prices lower. Yeah, you're gonna get tired of winning. What happened to all that bullshit? Huh? What happened to it? Gonna get tired of winning. I'm tired of winning. I am absolutely tired of winning. A lot of fog here. Escalades. Everything's closed today. I think I'm gonna go by Dunkin' Donuts. See what the seasoned drink is. I'll go to one that's a little further up though. There's one right here. I don't feel like getting out of the car. It's like I'd rather go to the drive-thru. Tesla. What's she doing? Yeah, the Model X, I think that would be such a better car if they would get rid of those stupid rear doors. If they would just change the way they did those doors and make it like regular doors, I think they would sell better. I really do. But they're not gonna do that. I think supposedly they're trying to make like a minivan or some shit. Supposedly they got a minivan coming. Yeah, as you can see, it's a pretty lame day. Nothing happened. Nothing happening. It's just a regular day. It's just Easter Sunday. Just had to get some groceries, and look, they got a Polestar 4 sitting here. Now, the Polestar 4 is the one that has no rear headrest, like there's no windshield in the rear, and I think that's some bullshit because the camera, even on my car, I never use it. I don't think that's sufficient enough. I don't understand why they would try to get rid of the rear windshield when they could have just made that a windshield and a hatchback. It doesn't make any damn sense. But I don't know how this thing's gonna sell. It's cool. It looks good, you know, but it's basically a Tesla Model 3 competitor. And I honestly think Tesla probably has a better overall thing going. It's a nice car though. So this should be at the International Auto Show along with the Polestar 3 and the Polestar 2. But that's it. That's the future. The future's electric cars. We're going to get these people into these electric cars one way or another. That's the future. The future is electric cars. I've been saying it. Here's another one. The white-on-white Tesla. I always like that color combination. This guy parked right next to me. Another Tesla here. Yeah. What? I don't have much to do. I didn't really plan anything. Oh. Yeah, I didn't plan much of anything.
What car is that?
This is the Optic. This is basically the replacement for the XT4 and kind of the XT5.
Really?
Yeah. He doesn't seem to understand his position in life. And he's driving that car like he's a goddamn maniac. I don't know what his problem is. He's driving that car like he's crazy. Keep your eyes on this guy. This guy comes, tries to cut me off. It's like, yo, buddy, my car weighs like fucking 5 times what your car weighs, and you're trying to cut me off. It's like, what are you doing? If I hit your ass, I'm gonna turn that piece of shit to a sandwich box. It's like, what are you doing? Look at this guy. It's like, what the hell's wrong with this guy? Up there following close and shit. I don't know. Okay, hopefully it was just a temporary thing. Hopefully this guy's got his mind and his life together. Because you don't want to see this moron crash into anybody and make traffic. See, my only problem is when people crash into other people, all that does is it makes traffic worse for everybody else. See, I don't really care about the individual. My problem is, it's like, you know, the needs of the many outweigh the needs of these idiots in these fucking cars, you know? So my thing is, you need to be careful. Because I hate traffic. This guy. Just watch him. I don't know what this guy's problem is. I understand, you know, you're pretty upset because you drive a Prius. That I understand. Look at this. There's a motorcycle guy over here. You gotta watch his ass. Because that guy, he'll sneak right up on you. Next thing you know, you crash into him. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Yeah. Yeah, this Brad right here looks like he's not happy. Brad's got a cracked front windshield and everything. I thought that was illegal. Not even supposed to be driving like that. Guy got a cracked front windshield. Looks like he's riding on 4 Steelies. Like, what's that? And then he's not even from the state. He's from like a whole nother state. Where's he from? This Brad here. Guy's crazy. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at him. This guy's up there fucking bobbing and weaving like he's a goddamn drunk. What is wrong with this guy? Wait, where's this guy from? Where's this guy from? I hope the feds are watching my videos. Because they need to keep these people off the streets. These people are dangerous. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at this. Look at him. Look at this guy. Oh my God. He cut off that Sprinter van. Holy shit. He's still going. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. He's behind an Escalade now. Look at this guy. Jesus Christ. They got to do something about these people, man. Holy shit. What's wrong with this guy? He's got a Prius. All of a sudden, he thinks he's invincible. Jesus Christ, man. These people. I don't know. They got to do something about these people, man. They got to do something to stop this road rage. Nearly cut off this beautiful white diamond Escalade. Look at that thing. That's a nice Escalade. That thing's white diamond. Got a little woman driving it. What is it with these women and OnlyFans? They sell a couple of feet photos and then they're rich. It doesn't make any sense. How is this possible? It's like these women are rich because they're selling feet photos and booty pics. It's like it doesn't even make any sense. Wow. Anyway. Let me stop. It was a bust, unfortunately. So, I would have put out the video, except for that car meet was dead. So hopefully this Sunday we'll have a better one. Look at this fucking guy. What the fuck you looking at? Like, these people are funny. Like, they up there looking at you like they're gonna get out of the car and beat the shit out of you or something. It's like, my Desert Eagle will go off and off and off and off. Don't fucking look at me wrong. Just don't do it. Not in the mood. They're looking at me crazy and shit. Like you gonna do something. Now this is the original SRT Jeep. I can't even imagine how many miles this guy has got on that car. In fact, I'm starting to think that might not even, I don't know, because, you know, a lot of people have modified those things. That might not, it sounds real, but I can't really tell. I don't know. You know, but, everything's so boring now. Everything is just so boring. It's like, I'm looking at this market and, you know, trying to figure out where to put more investments. Because, see, my thing is, you know, I'm trying to put, it's like this. I have a very simple philosophy. You know, it's like mostly it's dividend paying stock and, you know, gold ETFs, mutual funds and stuff like that. And I try to keep it simple. But the reality is right now with Trump in charge, and I'm counting down the days this fucking guy's gone. There's actually a clock that lets you count down how long till he's no longer president. And believe me, I keep my eyes on that clock. And the thing about it is he's crashing the market, and he's making it so that a lot of people don't really want to invest because they're watching the market dip every other day. It's like even these look at this guy. Even these YouTube gurus, they're afraid to put their money in. A lot of them are screaming, sell, sell, sell. But my thing is, whenever you hear like rich people saying sell, 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 you should be buying. You shouldn't be sell, sell, selling, because they'll get you to get rid of everything, and then they'll snap in, and then they'll buy up everything. It's just like with the housing market. I was watching a couple of videos, and there was one I was listening to, and it was basically confirming everything that I already believed, because just about everything that I'm seeing is confirming what I already believe. People cannot sell their houses because right now that's the best possible asset that they've got. And they're going to need shelter one way or another. And the problem is with this war, they said that the interest rates were at a 5-something%. But what happened was, as soon as this war got started, they jumped back to the 6s. So that's a huge difference in that monthly payment. And then you're still facing inflated housing prices. And the reason why housing prices are going to stay inflated is because you have a lot of people just like me who are trapped in 3% fixed mortgages, and they can't leave. And I'll use the word trapped. Like, some people are like, oh, why don't you just move out of New York? It's like, first of all, I don't want to go to most of these other states, because some of these states, they ain't shit there. Some of these states, they ain't shit in these other states. And in some of these states, it's like, I just don't want to live there. And I would rather save up and retire in Southeast Asia. You got my young Southeast Asian wife, and she's fanning me with the coconut leaves and feeding me buko juice. I would rather do that than be retired here, because you can't win here. You're no matter how much money you got, you're still going to be reliant on Social Security. The cost of living is going to continue to go up, and you'll continue to look yourself in the mirror and be like, why am I spending all this fucking money and I'm getting nothing out of it? And that's the real shame of it. It's like you're spending top dollar and you get nothing out of it. Not a goddamn thing. I don't think that's a real SRT. His brake calipers are not Brembo, but then again, I don't remember if that model had Brembo brakes. I think it did. I think he took a regular Jeep and I think he fixed it up, and I don't think that's a real SRT, but it looked good, it sounded good, it's okay. I mean, I'm done with that company. That company screwed themselves over. It's like, I can't see myself buying anything else from them. They're saying that even if they do put those Hellcat engines in these new Chargers, which, by the way, I don't like, they're saying that the price is going to be like $100,000 plus. It's like, fuck that. I'll go to Mercedes. I'll buy a Mercedes S-Class. It's like, I'm not paying Dodge no $100,000. That's bullshit. There's no way in hell. But again, back to what I was saying, as far as the housing market goes, you're looking at, now we have a generation of kids who they're never even going to be able to hope to afford a house. And I've been, mentioning, this whole idea of the great wealth transfer to, my aunts and uncles. And I'm like, yo, listen, even if you leave your kids your property, corporations and banks are going to swoop in and they're going to take it right from them. And I've seen it happen so many times where, somebody gets inherited a property and they can't make the tax payments. They can't make the home insurance has gone up, so they can't make those payments. And then they end up losing the house. The other issue is what happens when you have multiple kids and each one of them wants to go their own separate way, and they want to take that house and cash it out so that they get that money, and they want to go their own separate ways. It's bad enough to have 2 kids, but what happens if you have 3? There's some people in my family, they got 3 kids. It's like, that ain't enough house to leave 3 kids. They're going to take that shit, chop it up, and each one of them's going to walk away with like $40,000 or $50,000 or whatever it is. And chances are they'll spend that money right up, because what they'll do, the smart thing to do when you inherit money like that is to take that money and you invest in real estate. You buy yourself a house. Now, that's what I did. Because, the second house that I bought, what I did was my grandfather had died. And he left me a little bit of money. And I had taken that money, I had put it in savings. And then when it came time to look at buying a house, I was able to walk right in there and be like, yo, guess what, guys? Look at this. I got 850 credit score. I got all these bullshit IRS statements that you want to see for the last 5-6 years, because all of it's digital now. And then on top of that, I got a nice down payment. The difference is I was only putting a down payment of $30,000, $40,000. But now, if you try to buy a house, you're looking at a down payment of $60,000, $70,000, $80,000. So basically, your down payment's doubled, basically. So it's not easy. So now you're looking at these kids. It's these kids are never going to be able to afford a house. When they say you will own nothing and you'll be happy, I just say, listen, you'll own nothing and you'll be angry. But what they're trying to say is that you're not going to own nothing at all, and the banks and corporations going to own everything. Look at all these houses right here. These are all regular houses, but all these fucking places cost over $700,000. These are regular fucking houses. These are regular houses. Nothing special about them. Why should a new couple have to pay $500,000 for a house? That's insane. You shouldn't. I don't even think a house should cost $250,000 for a regular house. Look at these houses. These houses are bullshit. Look at them. These houses are just boring. There's nothing special about them. But they want $500,000 for these houses, and it's just disgusting. And then, and I got a theory. Some of these losers and these idiots on the line, they'll say it's Trump derangement syndrome. But I have a theory that Trump is doing everything he can to crash the market, because by continuously crashing the market, he's basically keeping prices high. Oil prices should not be high right now. Oil prices should be low. But if you're going to attack the fucking OPEC nations, of course the oil prices are going to be high. Look at this. What is this? This looks like some shit. What is this? This is like a golf club course. No, you know what these are? This used to be a parking lot for Belmont Race Park. And I think what they've done is they've built a bunch of homes. Because this doesn't look like stables. The stables are on the other side. Honestly, I don't come through here much, but this is pretty impressive. I guess this is all owned by UBS, because UBS bought this arena. UBS right there, you see? But long story short, it's I honestly think he's doing whatever he can to fuck everything up, and he's gaslighting these idiots, trying to say how great things are going, but everybody pretty much knows that shit's not true. And, his hardcore supporters are going to keep their heads tight up his ass, and they're going to keep finagling his balls and heads up his ass right up until he's gone, And the scary thing about it is it's he'll keep gaslighting you, and some people are stupid enough to believe that shit. It's listen, dude, your gas market is fucked, your housing market is fucked, your automotive market is fucked, and it's been screwed up for a while, I'll give you that. But you've ruined everything. It's the fertilizer market is about to be on fire, because you can't even get this shit to destroy the whole moose. It's what's going on here? What are you doing? I don't know. But I'll tell you what, my only obligation at this point is to retire and to live out my life peacefully in Southeast Asia. That's my only obligation. And yeah, that's it. That's basically it. I'm still counting down. I got 85 days till Vietnam. 85 days. I'm almost there. Just counting it down. And can't wait. Very excited. Very, very, very excited. Can't wait. But yeah, this sucks. This really sucks. I never imagined that they'd basically be declaring war on normal people. It's this economy, like normal people are just trying to just work and they're trying to get by and they can't even, like, they're not even allowed to do that. Like, it's just amazing. Yeah, I don't know. What are you going to do about it? So you're probably going to ask what I'm doing today. I'm at freaking Bob's Discount Furniture. Like, there's no shame in my game. So just to tell you what we're doing, I am helping one of my family members pick out a new bed. So I don't know what it is about Bob's Discount Furniture, but shopping here is, I don't know what it is. It's like, I don't know if you ever shopped at one of these things. It's overwhelming. And I think a lot of people are probably, for whatever reason, turned down by the idea that it's discount furniture. I think what they really should do is they should play these people against themselves, and they should change it from Bob's Discount Furniture, and they should just take a bullshit Italian name, or they should take a French name and just change it from Bob's Discount Furniture and Bob OP to change their shit to like just a French name or an Italian name. Call it Lawaz or something. And I guarantee you could raise the prices. These idiots will come here and they buy the shit anyway. But there's just something weird about shopping at Bob's. It's like, it's very overwhelming psychologically. I don't know what it is. Maybe there's too much stuff in too small a place. I like the way Macy's Furniture Gallery lays out their stuff because it just doesn't feel overwhelming. But anyway, long story short, we were looking at buying this bed right here. So this is a bed frame at $299, and it's the frame, and then you got to buy the mattress. And we also saw a chair that we wanted to get. And right now they're over there looking at the chair. And, it's funny. Again, there's just something psychologically overwhelming about coming here. I've bought one piece of furniture from Bob's before, and it was a dresser set. But every time I come here, it's like this place just makes me dizzy. I don't know what it is. I think it's just visually, and I think it's just overwhelming. I don't know. Yeah, I got it. Every day fresh goes down. You know? And then some of the salespeople, I think could use some retraining. I also think some of the prices are abnormally high. I think they raise these prices artificially. But some of the stuff is nice. I like stuff as simple as possible. Like, I see they have like some designs here. I like some of the stuff to be as simple as possible. I don't want any of your special designs because your designs get dated fast. But again, this shit is like visually and psychologically overwhelming. And you know what's really funny? If you were to go to a millionaire's house and they had all of their furniture from here, you would assume that they had spent top dollar on everything. You know, you would assume that they had bought all of this shit like from Hoffman Coos or freaking some French or some Italian place. And chances are they bought it from regular discount furniture and you wouldn't even know. But it's just something so strange. I can't put my finger on it. Yep. Oh, that's a nice spec right there. Blue with the white caramel macchiato interior. He's got the heads-up display. I think this must be a 580.
Basically, this is what you.
No, you're fine.
What you do when you buy a car.
Yeah, it's amazing for the money I spend to go abroad. It's like if I was buying stuff like this, I could hook my backyard up. $17.29. This is nice. And then they got a new gazebo. We got some Christmas cake here. Let me see how much that chair set is. $1,700. So I think it's all three of those. No. That one's a couch. Convertible outdoor sofa. $1,700 though for that? For just one piece? Nah, I don't know. I think $1,700 is a little bit high. Not unless you got the Christmas cake with it. It's like, that's kind of high. Oh, and they got these chairs. We got these chairs, Adirondack, $100. These are kind of cool. You got to get two of them though. So so obviously I'm at Costco and I'm just looking at stuff in my backyard. You know, it's nice to have a backyard, right? Got this table right here. It's at $175 for a picnic table. Sorry. But the one thing I did notice was this, and I took a picture to show one of my family members this, because my uncle, he sits at home like one of these women, and they take advantage of your mind, like Home Shopping Network, or like they get you to buy shit that you shouldn't be buying or you don't need. $1,900, so they got this gazebo here. And this gazebo, I think you have to assemble it yourself, which is, to me, is a deal killer. I'm not buying some shit and having to put that shit together myself. I'm not doing it. So if you want to sell it to me, you need to have Mario and Luigi come to my house and assemble this shit for me. But this is cool because it's got like drawers, and we have like, you know, the propane grill. But what we did was we took a regular propane grill and we got the gas line going to the house. So this is really nice. Like this, if you have like a huge backyard, like this is actually pretty cool. And it looks like it's definitely all weather. I'm not putting no shit together like this. They can forget it. I ain't doing that. And then they have this $11.79. They got this all weather bench picnic table thing. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I like it when they pull out the all weather stuff. Look at this. $53 stacking chair, and it looks like it's all weather quality, metal, wood. It's pretty cool. I like these more. These I like. $189. See, what they should be doing is they should fish the plastic out of the ocean, and they should make shit like this. So this way we're simultaneously saving the dolphins, you know, and the Christmas cake. We're saving those dolphins from themselves. I like this. This is like what, $17.29. I like this. And then they have, I was also looking, and I was thinking about getting this when I was thinking about getting this over here. They got this Trasanti desk, because before they had this desk when it was back to school. So basically it's a powered desk. It's got LED lighting, and all of that stuff is like activatable like here. And it's got power up, power down, and everything. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't know how you turn on the... it says H1, H2, so those are preset memory heights. And then this is brightness. And then I think this is color palette, so you can change the color right there. Yeah, so this is cool. $200. No, I'm sorry, $299. Yeah, I'm gonna keep my eye on that. I like that. They got a lot of nice stuff. Here. Yeah, they got some nice stuff. Okay, I think I'm about done looking at this stuff. I'm getting something else. So I made a poll, and it said, hey, what should I take to the range? And you said, go buy a new gun. So I said, you know what? I'm going to go buy a new gun. So I'm getting a Savage something or other.
We have a bit of paperwork to do.
Okay.
They need your... Might be in a soft case.
Yeah, I just stopped by Mercedes because I wanted to see when the 2027 Mercedes S-Class was coming out. I don't know if they have like a waiting list for those things. These are the E-Performance, but these are the old ones. These don't have the Hyperscreen. See, now they're making all the new ones. They got the new GLE, the new GLC, and they're all going to be like this. So this one is the CLA. This one's got the Hyperscreen tech in it. So you got the full screen glass panel all the way across. And they're going to do that to the GLE and the GLC and the GLS. So basically all they really did was they added a third screen to the side. Yeah, the bi-turbo V8 S-Class is supposed to be really, really fast. But I don't want a gas guzzler. What I really wanted was a fully electric model. And I don't know if they're gonna revise the the EQS. Because once you go electric, chances are you're not going back. Especially when you gotta deal with Trump's gas prices. So here I am. I just bought a fucking rifle. I bought a goddamn sniper rifle right when they're talking about Charlie Kirk's murderer and how he wrote a letter to his gay lover or some shit right before he went out and aerated Charlie. So I found that kind of interesting, that while I'm at the damn gun store buying a sniper rifle, Charlie Kirk's getting blown away. Or, I mean, you know, it is what it is. Not my problem. So anyway, they don't have this entire line is old. So the new C-Class is going to be just like these other cars. They're going to have the Hyperscreen in the C-Class, the E-Class, the S-Class. The CLA's got it. So you also have the CLS. And then you have the GLB or GLS or some shit. But right now, they don't have anything really new. So, you know, I'll just keep waiting, see where they are after the summer's over. Now, this is normally where they'd be celebrating, and they had car shows over here at Belmore. I don't see any Trump signs. I don't see any MAGA flags. I don't see any of it. Not this year, huh? Now, you remember, when I make these videos, it'd be people like sitting right at the corner, MAGA flags, Trump signs. I don't think anybody's feeling it. Not what is gas, what was this? $3.89 and $4.69 for super. Yeah, I don't think they feeling it lately. I don't think they feeling it. Yeah, I don't know where those MAGA flags at. Where are the MAGA flags at? So I'm gonna head on over to the range, and we gonna see what this little rifle's all about. And you know, initially, I was just gonna buy a 22, but something in me was like, hey, you know, I don't like the size of it, because see, my issue is I have like really long arms, so I wanted something that fit a little bit better in my grip, and I said, you know, let me go a size up. So I ended up getting a Winchester Magnum instead of 22. But yeah, I'll show you all that shit when I'm just gonna go straight to the range. I think I have hearing protection back there. I have these glasses. These will be good. I can use these, so I don't have to rent glasses. But I think I have hearing protection in my trunk. I usually keep hearing protection in my trunk, if I'm not mistaken, because just in case you gotta whip out the goddamn Desert Eagle. Because when you start firing shots with that shit, you're like 2 shots, you're going deaf. It's like you're either going deaf or you're gonna have tinnitus for the rest of your life. And you don't want to fire that bastard off in public. You don't want to do that. So I think I have hearing protection, and I'm gonna go to the range. It's a nice day out here. It's nice, and you know, it's 51 degrees, not bad. So I'm gonna go to range and test out my new rifle. What I'll probably try to do is zero the scope, so that I can, I'll probably get one of the targets, a precision target, and zero the scope, you know, as much as I can. I think I have, hopefully this thing doesn't require Allen keys. I gotta look at it again. Because if it should be, you can twist it yourself, and you can, you know, center it yourself, hopefully. Oh, come on. Oh, you know what it is? I had the phone in front of this goddamn camera, and the camera couldn't see my eyes. So because it couldn't see my eyes, it turned off like lane centering, because it wants to make sure that you're paying attention to the road. And I hate it when computers and shit try to outthink you. It's like, obviously I'm paying attention to the road. I'm driving, for God's sakes. But first of all, I've got these glasses on, so it already has some issue seeing my eye. But while I'm holding this camera phone, the camera couldn't see me. But that's not a big deal. It's always something. Yeah, but tomorrow Oh shit, yeah, today is Friday. I forgot about that. So the Sunday car meet, I still got a whole day till the Sunday car meet, and then that's it. Spring break is basically over. That's where I get some of my ammo from, South Shore Sportsman, right there down Sunrise Highway. I get some of my ammo. Usually, the problem is, like, when I need ammo for my Desert Eagle, it's like, there's like very few stores that carry the Magnum Research brand. So it's like I have to go to very specific stores to get ammo for this gun, because it's a hell of a lot easier to just carry my 45 1911, because it's smaller, it's way more reliable, and the ammo is much, much, much cheaper. So we're just going to go into this range real quick and pop out this rifle. You know, and it's funny because when somebody sees you, like people looking at you and you just buy a rifle, you bought a rifle with a scope on it, people look at you like you're about to put Lyndon Baines Johnson in office. Like they're up there looking at you like you're about to put Charlie Kirk on the news. You know, it's like, no, I'm just exercising my Second Amendment rights. I'm not planning anything nefarious, you know? Somebody would be looking at me like, what does a civilian need with armor-piercing ammunition? I don't think you need that, sir. What does a civilian need with a silencer? I don't think you need that, sir. It's like, no, it's all my Second Amendment rights. I'm just exercising my Second Amendment rights. That's all. Nothing nefarious. I'm just exercising my Second Amendment rights. But when people see you buying stuff like that, they start thinking very, very bad things about you for some reason. I don't know what it is with these people. It's like, I'm not doing anything nefarious. Not at all. They had a shotgun I was gonna buy too, and it was like $900, but I think I'll come back for that, because initially they had like one of those little Kel-Tec shotguns, and you probably know the one I'm talking about. It's like $650 new, and I told him, I was like, yeah, I'll take that too, but he didn't have 12 gauge. I was like, well, if you don't have 12 gauge, then that's okay, because I don't want to buy. I like buying popular ammo sizes, because when you buy popular ammo sizes, ammo is cheaper. That's one of the reasons why that FN57 never caught on. It's because that, whoa, what the hell? Oh, that's like a bag or something. Yeah, that FN57 and those Ruger 5.7s that they were making, those things never really caught on because 5.7's too expensive. And then, even if you buy 5.7, the ammunition that you can buy has a nylon tip. That's not what you want. What you want is you want full metal jackets. And the reason why is because full metal jackets go through body armor. And that's the reason why FN, Fabrique Nationale, that's the reason why what they did was they said, hey, we're going to make the P90 and we're going to make the FN57. Oh shit, there's a cop. There's a copper behind me. Holy shit. He's going around me. Holy shit, he knows I got my rifle. Look at this guy. Look at this copper. Copper knows. Oh shit, this copper's cutting me off. Holy shit. He knows I got a rifle. That's why he's cutting me off. Look at this guy. We're gonna go fight some crime. I see this guy in my rearview mirror. All of a sudden, I'm like, oh shit, I got a big ass sniper rifle in my trunk. And if he pulls me over, and he's gonna see me sweat, and he's gonna say, excuse me, sir, do you happen to have any weapons in the car? Honestly, I don't know what you're supposed to answer. I don't know if you're supposed to say, am I supposed to answer that, or do I have to answer that, or is it within my rights not to? I don't even know what you. Honestly, I gotta look that up. I don't know what you're supposed to say, because when the cops pull you, like if the cops pull you over, you get scared. You know, look at this guy. He's after something. I don't know what that guy's after. Yeah, he's up there sneaking up on me and shit. You giving me a heart attack, sir? Giving me a heart attack, sir? He's like, yeah. Sir, do you have any weapons or ammunition in your vehicle? And then what am I supposed to say? Am I supposed to say, no? And then I'm lying through my teeth, and there's a fucking sniper rifle in my trunk. And as soon as he's like, well, I'm going to have to check your car. And then he looks in the trunk, and he's like, hands above your head! And I'm like, no. But I don't, honestly, I got to look that up. Now, I know if somebody's watching this, they're going to be like, first of all, I should already know the answer. But you got to understand, people freeze up, and people, like, sometimes you prepare yourself mentally because you know the cops are going to ask you something, and all that preparation that you do, that shit falls apart, like, right away because you get scared. So you know, my thing is, it's like, wait, if he pulls me over, what am I supposed to say? I'm supposed to show him the receipt and say, yeah, officer, I just bought a sniper rifle in the back. And then the officer's going to be like, why do you need a sniper rifle in your car? And I'll be like, I don't know. And I don't even know what you're supposed to say, honestly. I really don't. I really don't know what you're supposed to say. Or I'm gonna show, sir, yeah, no, I have the receipt right here for my brand new sniper rifle. Hands above your head! And he's gonna point the gun right at your fucking head, and if you make like any moves, you're gonna just die. It's like, I don't even know what you're supposed to say, honestly. I really don't. I'm gonna have to look into that. There's another ammunition place right about, where do I buy my ammo? There's another place, oh wait, guns and ammo right there. Yeah, it's right over there next to like Chipotle. It's like that. See, that's the beautiful thing about America. These people come from all over the world, and you know, they can't even touch a gun because they come from these countries, these fucking communist countries. They can't even get near a gun. Like, you know that guy who shows you all the guns? His name's Jonathan, and he's a British arms museum guy. I got guns laying under my pillow that he can't even touch because he's in England. And here I am. I walk into the store. I walk out 30 minutes later with a sniper rifle. It's like, you can't go to those countries and do that. And the people, like, you know, people come from other countries, and they'll ask me, though. Like, I have friends visit from other countries. They'll be like, hey, you got a gun? And they're like, oh, you got guns? And I'll be like, yeah, I got plenty of them. And I show it to them. And they're like, wow. And it's like, they can't even get near shit like that. You know, it's amazing. Of course, they come from countries that have, you know, like 1/20th of the gun crimes that we have. And in fact, some of them, they have like no gun crimes, but the only homicides are usually police when they ever have to shoot someone. But, you know, they come from safe countries where they spend all their money in healthcare instead of militarism. You know, countries not like America. But yeah, I gotta look into that. I'm gonna ask. You know, I have some. I'm gonna have to get a couple of, you know, different opinions. Maybe I'll get one from a cop, and I gotta ask questions about that because I'm honestly not sure what you're supposed to say if the cop pulls you over and asks you, like, do you have any weapons or anything in the car? And be like, do I have to answer that? It's like, you know, because as soon as you say that, they're gonna be like, yeah, you're fucked. It's like, yeah, get out of the car. And I'll be like, well, officer, I just bought a brand new sniper rifle. And then you have to ask him, like, what's he gonna say about that? He's, you know, I don't know what he's gonna say. I don't know. Hands above your head! I'm pretty sure that's what's gonna come next. Put your fucking hands above your head, goddammit! Hands up! Hands up! Let me see them! Hands up, goddammit, let me see him. Yeah, that's pretty cool. The F-14. Back in the days when we actually built, you know, jet fighters that, you know, were competent. Not like now. Nothing we have now is competent, not even a fucking leadership. Oh, I shouldn't say stuff like that when I just bought a brand new sniper rifle. You're not supposed to say stuff like that. Somebody might think the worst of you. You know, this guy, I think this guy is an assassin. Okay, here we are. Still bright out here. Let's let off a couple rounds. See what's popping. So I'm gonna zero in my gun. As you can see, these are the cartridges. 243 Winchester mag. We have 3-round magazine. I guess you could probably add one to the chamber. And this is the rifle. I take off the dust caps and I'm gonna light it up. I'm gonna try to aim straight for the head, and either that or the center, so I can judge how much I have to adjust the rifle scope. All right, so let's get this popping. You can see I also have a zoom scope. It goes up to 9x. So I'm gonna try it at the 9x setting. I'm gonna try to take a shot for the head. I already fired off 3 shots, and it was a little bit low, so let me see what happens when I do this. Yeah, I'm definitely shooting low. It's about a couple inches low. Whew. All right, yeah, we're definitely shooting low. We're definitely a little low. It's low, but it's still centered pretty good. But I'm shooting a little bit low, so I have to raise it up. Gotta raise it up a little bit. Yeah, as you can see, 3 shots, a little low, so I have to raise that up a little bit. Not bad, right? First, those are the virgin shots right there, so I've already used 75% of my ammo. All right, I was able to zero my scope with the 9x setting, and as you can see, the last 3 rounds that I got right at dead center. There you go. This is what I was aiming for. Beautiful. So I did 3 in the lower box, I did 3 in the top. All right, I think I'm ready to put Lyndon Baines Johnson in office now. Yeah, so I zeroed in my scope. You know, see, the thing about it is, if you're gonna do long-range precision sniping and shit, you gotta have adjustable stock and everything, and you also have to have a couple other things like a flash hider, a silencer, a suppressor, all that shit. This guy, I was just talking to this guy right here. He has a Cadillac V Sport, and I think that's a CT5, and it's not a Blackwing, but that looks damn good. That's a damn good looking car. Let me roll down the window so you can actually see it. So he was going in there to shoot. That's a damn good looking car right there. One thing I gotta say, Cadillac has really stepped up their game. They're making some freaking cars now. My only thing is, you know, I want to push them further. I want them to go even further than they have gone. You know, I want them to do more. You know, and I know, you know, them GM people don't want to hear that shit. They'd be like, "Oh, well, why don't we just give you just enough?" It's like, no. Hey, you can give me a little bit more. You know. I think this is the DMV. I have got to come here and surrender some old plates to the DMV. And I will do that when I feel like it. It's like, you know, I can't, you know, it sucks that I haven't done it already. I should have done it, but I just didn't feel like doing that shit. The DMV is like right here somewhere. It's like, whatever. I'll do it when I get a chance this week. Yeah.
To be continued.